Why do you deserve parole, sir?
Why do you deserve parole?
Well, I don't think I do deserve it. I've been in and out. I got a chance out here. I messed up, you know. I was chasing after, you know, drugs and got my, and they ended up giving me violation.
Is that it, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So we read about your background, your criminal history.
Life would be a lot better if people were actually getting proper rehabilitation. And the thing is, I don't see how there's any type of rehabilitation for this kind of guy, you know what I mean? And so I agree when he says he's not ready. I wholeheartedly agree with that.
What's brought you to this incarceration? I'll tell you that I appreciate what you said. I think it characterizes where we are. We're talking about your end of sentences for this is May of next year. And you still have special parole running in the background until 2032. And you haven't been able to take any programming, just AA, that you've been able to go to, you know, and so it's a little concerning, you know, where we are right now with the history that you have.
Dirty young, I miss Lugo. Again, I let a girl spend 2 nights at the apartment, in the parole apartment. So they came in and took me to Eddie Center, and I was only going to be there 7 weeks. Miss Lugo said she was going to try to find me another apartment, and I signed out and didn't come back. That's how it all started.
Right. So that in itself is problematic, right?
Right, I was doing my programs, everything out there,
Yep.
except for the 40 days until I was on the run.
Happened just like that. We use
Right.
one more time.
Right, I slipped up, you know, and I should have turned. They kept telling me to turn myself in, but by that time I was.
And that's the thing with drugs. When people get on them, they don't see how bad they are. And they don't see that their decisions are so wrong. So they just keep ripping and running.
You know.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, when you come out, you're going to have to engage in treatment, right?
You know, I'm willing to agree with all that, sir, because I was doing it, and I got sidetracked. You know, I should have never. Somebody told me, said, "Don't go over there and give her a cigarette, Carrie," and I did it. And that's how it all started. But the programs was how I did. I was doing all my programs, and then I was doing good. Miss Lugo said, "They said you did real good. What happened?" I just let my guard down.
Yep. Were you going to any kind of recovery-based programs out there?
I was going to, I was doing CRT, community renewal team. I was doing at the parole department and the probation department every week. I was doing 2 supervisions at the same time, probation and parole. So the programs were good. You know, I was sticking to my programs. I did the January Center real good.
Did you talk to the recovery coach in the parole office?
Who's that?
So there's a recovery coach in the parole office. We're somebody who's good with addiction and such.
No, what happened was I went to, I was doing the Rushford House, right? And she didn't want me to do the program because they only had one dirty urine at the Rushford House. And they said, we need this for more people that is addicted. So they said, well, we'll let you do it for 1 hour every week, you know, and then my caseworker, Mr. Jose, said, we'll get you, said, just stay clean and we'll get you, Ms. Lucas want to get you another apartment. But I signed out, and that's what happened. I signed out from the Eddie Center, and I didn't come back. So that's what happened. And I'm sitting here now, and even the judge, she's saying, Mr. Staples, you Judge Egan and Judge Robert E. Young, they said they let me speak in the courtroom, and they said, give yourself a chance, man. You've been locked up all your life. I was doing good out there.
And you know where we are, right? So where we are is that, we can make a decision to let you go in May, or we can make a decision to let you go out on parole now, or in May, or we could make the decision to let you go in 2032. So when you're out there, you need to really consider what's at stake.
So I want to say this. This 30 months has been hard on me. I'm back in here, and I've never seen nothing like this. It's hard to get out of prison, and with the K2 in here, whatever they call that stuff, the Sebastian and everything else in here, the ODs that's going on. And I said this in the courtroom. This 30 months, I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. I can't do this no more. I'm ready to go along with any stipulation they give me. I'm not going to.
And this guy, he's 75, but he looks like he's about 175. And you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Basically, at the end of the day, he's not going to change. He's never going to change. You're too old for it. Just stop.
Again, chasing after something, and this ain't the place to be. I'm 75. I'll be turning 75. I've had enough of it. I'm serious. I'm not. Whether they gave me parole, I had enough of this. I can't do it no more.
Let me see if other board members have questions for you. Board member Sarkoff, any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, Mr. Staples.
Good morning.
Mr. Staples, I was reading a summary of your interview with the parole officer, and so that you stated that you don't have problems with drugs. Would you say that's accurate?
I had a problem with more of alcohol. The crack came later, picking up some crack in the apartment, because the roomie was, offering it to me. At the parole house, he was offering it to me. And that's how I got hooked with the crack cocaine. But I had my drinking problem. And that's why I did I got back into AA, because I'm more of a drinker than I am a crackhead.
Do you consider yourself an addict?
I might as well be, because they say that addiction is on every level. Whether it's alcohol, crack cocaine, or heroin, or whatever the drug is, it's addiction. And I'm trying to work on it. I've been dealing with AA. I did a lot of programs before I left, right? And I was doing programs on the street. And even at the parole department, I was dealing with it. I didn't touch anything I didn't touch a drug. I got that one side attraction coming back from Palmy on College Street. I should have never got in with that girl, That's what led me, right back to here.
What is your longest period of sobriety? What is your longest period of sobriety?
Oh, well, I've been locked up 14, I just got through doing the 14 years. So I didn't touch a thing in the prison or nothing. My longest sobriety is from day one, since they picked me up, and up until now. I've been locked up 2 years.
What about your longest period of sobriety in the community?
It was like, I give it 12 months, 11 months that I was out.
That's the last time.
Right, the last time.
How often do you attend AA meetings?
I go every Thursday. I've been going in Cheshire, and I've been going here. And I told him I want to continue it because I find it to be a good program. And I do speak, I don't go and hide nothing. I tell the truth, and the thing they say it's easy to bounce back, but you got to stick with the program and work the steps. And I get a lot out of it, I really do. You know, it's a very beneficial program. It's like to me, it's like following universal rules that govern the universe. That those rules can govern my life from AA. If I work the steps and get a sponsor and stick with it, but I gotta stick with it. You see what I'm saying? I gotta stay away from certain people, you know, because you know that's where my mistakes are. I think I can't make it out there, but I can. You know, I mean, I gave myself a blessing, achievement to be out there for 11 months, you know, and didn't touch nothing. I didn't touch not even a beer. I just, like I said, I got to make sure that, and I got to stay with mental health. That's my whole key. That when I was taking my lithium, I wasn't going into certain places and areas. You know, I did good at CRT. I was doing my program there. You know, I just let my guard down. That's where
Do you have any support in the community? Who's part of your support system?
I got a woman named Shay Edwards. She's my conservator, handling my money. Yeah, that's who talks. I got to stay away from my nieces because they're crack. They do crack. I can't go around them. You know, so I deal with this lady named Shay from Bloomfield, Connecticut. She's my conservator, handling my finances. She talks to me, you know, said, I know we're gonna, you know, Karen, you gotta come out and stick with me, you know, stick with the program, you know, and you don't want to go around people because your friends define who you are, you know, and it's so easy for me to get a trigger, you know, when if that trigger ever pops up, you know, I'm off running. And that's only because I'm stepping outside of my guidelines. It's not working to me no more, man. I'm telling you, these 30 months it's been hard for me. It's hard to get out of prison now, and I don't want to go more of it. I'm 75 years old. I got alien problems coming up on me right now, and I know I can make it. Believe me, if I just stay with my support system out there with the programs and whatnot, it'll help me a lot. I'm not.
The person you mentioned who takes care of your finances, this is a court-appointed conservator? Or just someone you know personally?
No, she's not. My niece tried to do it, Nina Staples, but how can I have her or she would rob me of all my money? Shay's a respectful person that lives, you know, got her own. She lives on a Greenbrier Drive in Broomfield. She works, you know, and I trusted her more because she don't do drugs and none of that stuff. He's trying to really help me, you know, stay out of prison, she said, you know. And so far, since I've been here, you know, we make phone calls. She's been in my corner, you know, and I didn't really get a chance. I didn't even know what a conservator was, you know. I didn't know that a court had to appoint that, but she's doing a good job. You know, she ain't trying to rob me or nothing. She's been very beneficial to me, you know. And I get my ups and downs in here. I had a lot of ups and downs in here, and this is only a 30-month bit, but I had my ups and downs. But she's been lifting me up. I think I did pretty good. And the only reason why I did AA is because they had me on, they took this program out of prison in Cheshire. See, I couldn't do nothing anyway because they said they were waiting for documents, and you know I was held up for 2 years. I've been off from September of 2023 up until now. It took them a long time. They could get a document on me. They wouldn't let me sign for half a house or nothing. Even, you know, they said you can't do nothing, Mr. Staples. They wouldn't let me sign up or nothing. They said I had to see until we get the paperwork. And I know I can make it. I'm not, you know. I mean, usually I say I want a discharge, right? I don't have that attitude no more. I don't want a discharge. I know I can make it, man. You know what I mean? I just gotta stay focused and stay with the programs. Help you a lot, you know. They do. They help you. You know, especially out in society. I got a lot of benefits. I got my benefits. You know, everything. I just gotta know how to use it. And they say, you know, that when I was dealing with mental health, that kept me in checks and balances too. My you know, when I was under my medications.
Yeah, I got you. Well, thank you for answering my questions.
Board Member Barrett. So I think we started the conversation with Mr. Staples talking about he hasn't done well. And he's talked about what decisions that he's made in the community that have brought him back. With the programming, the lack of programming here, concerns me a great deal, and how quick he was to pick up again, even after 11 months of clean time, doing well. For me, it's the suitability is just not there. I think that based upon what he's done, this current sentence, that I would have him finish the sentence, return to special parole.
I mean, honestly, that's a gift.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we could have maxed him till 32.
Yeah.
So,
Thoughts?
I agree. I would like to see him finish the sentence. He spent most of his life in prison, just so unfortunate. But every time he's released, he doesn't last too long. He tends to reoffend. He also doesn't have a huge support system in the community, which is going to be tough. But to give him another chance to come out after the sentence. He's 74 years old. I mean, it's really
sad.
it's sad, and hopefully he gets it together.
So I have, and I'm sorry,
Michael is the same. Yeah.
and I have criminal history, current offense committed on probation, poor performance on probation, and inadequate institutional program participation.
I have inadequate evidence of offender change, inadequate program participation because he has not completed any.
Current offense committed while on special parole.
All of them?
No. So those three? Are we good with those three?
Yeah.
Are we good with releasing back on special parole?
Yes, at the end of the sentence.
And so no alcohol consumption, halfway house placement, mental health evaluation and treatment is deemed necessary. Those were on his current. Yeah, those three were on the current.
So we're getting to the end of it, and I'm gonna tell you now, he gets denied. Thankfully, like I said, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and there's no hope for this guy in life, anyways. Sorry to say.
Special parole 6.
Yeah, so
And
let's
then adding the. I didn't.
Okay.
Adding the problem sexual behavior treatment.
Yes.
Anything?
Nope, nothing.
All right. So regarding Carrie Staples 026603, I move to deny discretionary parole based upon current offense committed while on special parole, inadequate evidence of offender change, inadequate institutional program participation, and to release Mr. Staples at the end of the current sentence, which is May 8th, 2026, back on special parole with the following stipulations: no alcohol consumption, halfway house placement, mental health evaluation and treatment is deemed necessary, and community-based treatment for problem sexual behavior. Is there a second?
Second.
Those in favor will signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. And Mr. Staples, you heard what we said, right?